Alright, hi everybody, it's Bonk on 922. Just in the, yeah, Death Squad. And, it was pretty fun. It was interesting seeing Nostradamus go crazy over that thing about Toriko. I think I mentioned this before. A lot of, reviews to do. I was going to say something in the beginning of this video. I forgot what it was. Anyway, oh yeah. Nobunagun review. This review. Apparently, this isn't the last episode. I thought it was. Go figure. But this is going to be episode 12. This is part 2 of the Stone Forest plan that they were doing. And next week's going to be the next episode. Now, next week. Pretty much what happened in this episode. Notables that happened in this episode were... it was the beginning with, the battleship squid that Nobunagun defeated actually had an egg inside of it. And basically what was happening was the entire time she was fighting the battleship, this thing inside of it was watching the battle, and was able to evolve based on that battle. So what ends on happening is the battle, it comes out of the dead squid, another squid, and it's much more evolved. It's got like an armored plating head. It's got these scaly pincer kind of things at the end of its tentacles. It's very equipped. So she's in a bind. She doesn't know how to defeat it. What ends on happening also in this episode, I believe this was Hunter. He comes forward, and he in this episode he was very shy because he's not used to the battlefield. The only thing he's used to is dissecting the objects, not actually fighting them. So what ends on happening is when Gandhi is like in this bind situation, he discovers something. What he discovers about the new evolved objects that are coming out of that are around there is they've evolved to be on land. And in order for them, and basically he figures out how to combat them by taking in their blood, I think, and examining it and shooting it back at them. Because when he shoots it back at them, they attack each other. Because what happened was the eyes they've had on these creatures are only used for sea in the water. They're not used for on the land. So to help them, they basically have this organ that allows them to determine who's an ally and who's not. And because he had the blood on him, Hunter, they recognized him as an ally. So that's basically the whole spiel of it. And what ends on happening is, and we also see another thing with Geronimo, the one with the Indian gene. And she goes crazy and just destroys them all and shit. It was a pretty action-packed episode, to say the least. Overall rating, I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5. And what ends on happening is Hunter uses the blood that he created from extracting the blood from the other bugs, the other objects, to create this liquid that if it's splashed on them, they'll kill each other because they'll think they're enemies. So what ends on happening is they I'm trying to think. What ends on happening is they use the blood, they spray it on the insects, the objects, and they kill almost all of them. And it goes around there in the episode. And then there's this one point where we also have a scene with Ogura's friend saying, you can do it, everyone's cheering her on and stuff. And there's a scene with Jack, Jack the Ripper. And he's being told by Jack the Ripper, his gene thing, to go that way. To go where Nobunagun is. To help her out. So, essentially what ends on happening is he leaves. Goes to help her out. Essentially. And he goes there. And this was kind of weird because anyone who knows, I guess, the story of Jack the Ripper, when he goes to Nobunagun to help her out, destroys like half the battleship, the new battleship. He shows up in front of her with his wings, and that new form he has is called Nightinggale. Now, the problem with that, supposedly, I think, is that Nightingale was supposedly the victim. I don't know, because I'm just going speculation. I don't know the full story about Jack the Ripper. Was somehow a victim of, I think, Jack the Ripper. And I think that's what makes it kind of weird. But he basically shows up. He's got like these blade wings and shit. They look pretty badass. And he's ready to help her defeat this thing. This battleship. So, and that's pretty much what happened in this episode. So, next week's going to be the final episode. It's going to be called Nobunagun. So, yeah. Here's a 4 out of 5. I thought it was, the more important thing I thought was interesting was Hunter. His involvement, because he came out and he basically found a way for him to fight on the battlefield. That was basically the whole bit, and I thought it was done very well there. And then the other part, I would say, was Jack and Geronimo when she was changing their weapon and shit and all that jazz. But yeah, that's pretty much what went down in this episode. I mean, there's nothing else to add. But yeah, there's really nothing else to add. Oh, that's what I wanted to say. Okay. Before I end this video, I want to tell you guys about something. I did another video with my brother. And, anyone who's wondering about what it is, it's going to be, he basically gave his thoughts about the X-Men trilogy. I mean, the X-Men trailer for Days of Future Past. So I look forward to seeing that. Probably will come out later today. Because there's a lot of shit I have to do with that. Because it's not just that. I have an unboxing that I did. And there's going to be another unboxing as well. So look forward to that as well. Until then, nothing else to say. Bankai 922. See you guys later. This week I'll try to do more Toriko. Also, maybe this week I'll try to, maybe I'll do it on Sunday. The Toriko stuff. Maybe I could just, I don't know, do it on Sunday. And even though I don't want to do it on Wednesday, I'll do it anyway. Do one on Wednesday and do one on Sunday. Yeah, that might be a good I think idea to do. So, but hey, we'll see what happens. I'm Bonkai922. I'll see you guys later. Nobunagun. Next week, final episode. See how it goes down. It was a good series so far. For when I was reviewing for it. So should be interesting. I'll see you guys later. Peace.